After the death of King, it was the turn of Houshang, the grandson of King. Houshang sat on the throne and said, I am the ruler of 7 countries. And by the command of the great God, I am ready to extend justice and forgiveness. Then he started to settle his kingdom and spread justice in all those areas. From the heart of the trench, he took out iron, and after that, products were produced from this iron, which caused a new profession to spread throughout those areas. With this iron, they were able to produce saws, axes and steel products. And get a huge power. Then he went to the irrigation process of that area. He created branches from the rivers and lakes of those areas and took those branches to other lands. So that most of the lands in those areas had water and were able to engage in agricultural affairs. Their crops grew, and after a while they were even able to produce bread. The clothes they wore were clothes made from tree leaves, but they were monotheists, and they had this monotheism since the time of King. Some time later, Houshang was able to reach his fire. The story of Houshang's access to fire is also an interesting story. He and his companions had gone to the mountains and plains to have fun, while they were sitting somewhere and a huge black snake appeared on them. Houshang picked up a piece of stone to get the snake away from him and threw it at the snake with great force. The snake also prevented the stone from hitting itself with a movement. The stone did not hit the snake, but this stone hit an iron stone. At that moment it sparked and a fire was lit. Houshang realized what a valuable thing he had achieved. He told the people around him and the people that this light was given to us by God, and this is God's light. They recognized the stone as a sacred object, lit a fire and celebrated around this fire, which was a Thanksgiving feast. In his next actions, Houshang separated animals such as cows, sheep and donkeys from other animals such as deer and handed those animals over to the people and told them to train these animals and use these animals in their agricultural lands. And people raised these animals and their agriculture prospered. And some time later, he prepared very valuable and beautiful clothes for people from the skins of other animals such as otters and squirrels. And he spent 40 years of his reign in these good deeds. And he left this world with a good name. However, when the time of his death came, he had no other chance, and this is the way of the mortal world. Who does not have a permanent bond with anyone?